yarn. I'm using this yarn from the center pool, and then I've taken this and I've got 2 other balls. You just need 2 in total for the square. This one I've wound into a cake, which also has a center pull, but once this starts collapsing like this, it can get tangled up. So I just go and rewind it on my yarn ball winder. This one I've wound by hand into a ball, and you can use like a little clip here to stop it from unwinding. But this will stay in a ball and not tangle till the end. So it's your choice how you would like to wind them, or you can just use 2 full skeins and use a center pull. I've also done it where you use a center pull and an outside pull from the same skein, but no, that's not going to work because it will get tangled. I do that if I'm double stranding, and sometimes that works. So yeah, just do a center pull and either wind into a ball or wind with your ball winder, and then you don't need to buy 2 skeins. If you do have 2 skeins, then just use your 2 skeins. So today we are working on block B, and ta-da, I've already done one. And with block B, you can either start from solid white corner and work this way, or you can work from colored corner and work this way. So I prefer to work from the colored corner because I think it's more interesting when you're actually making it. And then, you know, you get to here and you're like, oh, well, I've just got to finish off and decrease. So that's a lot easier. And then we've done a solid color border, just like the other ones, with a white around. I've done 3 single crochet into the corner. My mum notes that she would do 2 lots of 3 in a corner. So that's up to you. How do you want to do your little border? You may want to just leave it white and connect it with white. Like just do white straight away in a single crochet, and that would make it easier to connect. So for the tutorial, we're up to the green. So this is the only green I could find. I did raid my mum's stash, but I didn't find a green. And then I have a dark hunter green that we're going to use as the border. And I'm going to start from this corner. So once you've made your block A's, you would have noticed a pattern forming and not need to look at the chart so much. So we're going to do the same. We're going to start at the 1, 3 and keep increasing until we have 12 colored squares this way. Then we will start putting a white on the edge, and we keep going, and I'm pretty sure this is the last increase row, the row that you have this last block in. Oh no, it's the one before this block. And then when we get there, we start decreasing. So the decrease row has the last colored square in it, and then you will continue to decrease all the way up. Okay, so I've got a center pull, and this is all my yarn bath. But I found the end. Here it is. So I'm going to get you started, and then, oh, excuse my band-aids, I was gardening and I was cutting with my scissors, and then it rubbed all my skin off. It looks a bit gross, sorry. And then I gardened again. So we need 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll get you started with a couple of rows, and then I'll come back when I reach 12 colored squares on the diagonal. Then we count back 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to half double crochet in there, which is a yarn over, put it through the loop, pull through all 3 loops. A double crochet, you pull through and pull through, yarn over, through the loop, grab the yarn, through all, one more. So you need 3 double crochet, half double crochet, I mean 3 halves. Then you chain 5. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, count back 3, 1, 2, 3, half double crochet, 3 half double crochet, pull through all the loops, yarn over, through the hole, pick up the yarn, pull through all the loops, yarn over, through the hole, pick up the yarn, pull through all the loops. Okay, so you look like this. You turn the first one and there's a loop here, and you slip stitch. So slip stitch is put it through that loop, grab the yarn, pull it through this loop. That's your slip. We're going to chain 2, 1, 2, back into this loop, 3 halves, 1, 2, 3. Then we have our 1 in the corner and the 2 increases. I'll keep going a little bit to keep you started. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on an edge, 1, 2, 3 chain, 1 half double crochet, 2 half double crochet, 3 half double crochet. Okay, so we look like this. Then we turn this bit and there's a loop here. That's where we're going to slip into, which is put your hook in there, grab some yarn and then go through that loop again. So I got 1, 1, 2. Now we're going to do 1, 2, 3 lots. So chain 2. So these are 3 squares on your chart. 1, 2, 3. And we need 1 more. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. The third one. There's a loop here. We go, slip, which is through there, chain 2, 1, whoop, 2. Let's move this out of the way now, it's a bit distracting. 3 half double crochet, 1, 2, 3. So I've got 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 squares, and then on each edge will be 5 chain and the weird turn thing. So this is the last row I'm going to do with you, and then I'll see you back when I'm up to 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like this, we're still on the same side. We'll put our 3 halves in here. 1, 2, and 3. Looks like this. Then we turn. Here's the chain that you slip into. Slip, chain 2, 3 half double crochet, 1, 2, and 3. There's the next chain, and then there's the next chain. Okay, so this will have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then your 5 chain. So I'm going to continue on until I have 12 colored pixels or squares on the diagonal, and then we'll come back. All right, I'm back. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 on the diagonal. This one went into the loop of this on the end. Now, we need to put a white on either side and continue expanding out until we have, I believe, 22 on the diagonal. And this square is going to start to decrease as we add the whites. So I'm going to help you through that a little bit. So to add our new color, let's start with the ball. I'll just grab the end. So grab the end, we'll leave a small tail for weaving in. Don't make it too small or there's not enough room to weave in. We leave our green attached. This is where I pulled through all the loops. We're going to go back one step to right before we finish the stitch, the half double crochet. But I like to do it that way. Finish it, get your white out, and once you're ready to attach. So hold those together and we're going to slip that one through. So here you have to just work on your tension. So hold it all so it's snug. And then we do our 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can tie a knot here, but I believe for competition work you shouldn't be tying knots, you just weave it in. But tying a knot right there would make that more secure. But all I do is you just pull on this one if it gets a bit loose. So there's our 5. And then we do our 3 half double crochet. We haven't turned our work yet. 1, 2, and 3. Get in there. And oh my god, the amount of dog hair. Also, well, I can't give blankets to other people. But I think if I put it through the washer dryer, it'll be okay. So we're still on this side like this. All right, remember we turn our work. And then there's a loop here that we can go through. Where we, now, actually. Okay, so we've done our white. We only need one white. It's going to go like that, and then we need a green again. So our green is still attached. And often as I use the other color, I just put it to the left. And here we can also put a little clip on here so it doesn't run away. But working on a table, it doesn't really. All right, where's our working yarn? Oh my gosh. Because this has white in it, can get a bit confusing. Okay. Oh yes, okay. I want to bring it to the front. I'm just going to bring that working yarn to the front. Untangle yourself, take your time. Also with the ball you can, especially if you've clipped it, you can untangle everything. Okay. There we go. All right. That's the tail. Here's the working yarn. Yeah, so we want to make sure that tension's nice but not too tight. And I'm just going to bring it in the front here, but grab it from the back like that, and you won't notice. Pull it through the loop. Now pull your white working yarn so it's snug. 1, 2, 3 double crochet. And then we're going to continue working down. There's my loop. 1, 2, 3 double crochet. And then when we get to the other side, we're going to add our other white ball of yarn on. And what's happening here is it's going to start squaring off and the green is decreasing. So I'll pop back just as I get to the other end. Okay, I have reached the other end. Here's our one white, and the square is going to start going up this way, but we're still 5 chain and turn. Here again, I've finished the 3 double crochet, but we're going to go back 1 step, 1, 2, 3. Now we'll put all these over to the side. Let's get the cake. We leave a tail, and you can tie here. But if you leave a long enough tail too, you don't need to tie. You've got to weave it in later though. We're going to finish the stitch. Make sure you're using the working yarn and not the tail. I often accidentally use the tail, and then you run out of yarn straight away. 3, 4, 5 chain. Then we 3 double crochet. I don't know why this is hard to work into. 1. I think because it's difficult to see. I'm looking through my camera. And I guess white and black are a little difficult to see. You can use black or grey or cream as your background colour. Change it up a bit. Okay, so we're like this. Then we turn. And the next stitch has to be the green. So put this through. I've dropped my white yarn. And I'm going to bring this over the top. And I'm going to put this on the left now. There we go. So this yarn's still at the front. I'm just going to make sure it's tight so that stitch looks good. So I brought it up to the front, but I'm going to grab it from behind. Slip, slip. You can see this is a bit loose, so we'll just pull on that working yarn, tighten it up. That's all you got to do. Make sure all that's tight before you continue on. And then we'll do our 3. Just move that. Double crochet. And keep moving along. Into the chain, slip, 1, 2 chain, 3 double crochet. So I'm going to move along. I'm going to do a few rows of the white. So then the next white we will have 2. We'll increase, and then we'll be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to do a couple of rows so you can see that, and this square is going to start to decrease. So we're still increasing either side, but the color of this one is decreasing and the color of the white is increasing until we have 22 total little squares. So I'll do a couple more white and I'll come back. Okay, I'm back already. I've just did that one and I've come up, but I wanted to show you. So now just remember that your square is supposed to be going this way. So we're actually going to put our white in before we get to the end. We need 2 now. So to do that, we've finished the 3 double crochet. As you go in this chain is where you add, and your white is still attached from over here. Oh, there it is. It's in the corner here. So just put it around so you're always pulling it from back to front. So let's pull it through. There you go. And then we just tug on the green working yarn to make sure that is snug and neat, otherwise we're going to get holes. 2 chain. Put our 3 in here. 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to, see this green is still here. I'm just going to put the ball over the other side so it's out of the way. And this is our little ball. Then we go through the top of this one. That's 1 white, slip, chain 2. This will be 2 whites. And all you got to remember is that green square now is going in a straight line this way. Because if you had to put another green here, it would have looked boop boop. So then we do our 5 increase, and that will give us 1, 2, 3 white. Go back down the green. So I'll see you soon when we get to 22 whites and we've gone all the way across with the green. I believe there will be 1 green square left to go once we reach 22 in total on the diagonal. So I'll see you soon. Okay, so I've made it to where we should be finishing up this square and stopping without increasing. But we have a problem. There is 23 stitches going this way and not 22. So I checked, I have 22 this way, I've got 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 20, no, I've got 23 this way. There was 12 here, but there's 13 there. So when you count your 12 this way, you should probably check you've only got 12 this way, because as you increase, it only increases on one side. So I think I'm going to pull this one. No, I can't. I feel like I just want to keep going though. How big? Yeah, I feel like it might be okay. Because I don't want to undo it. I'd have to undo it all the way to here. So we're going to fudge it. We're going to keep going. But when you do yours, make sure it's 12 on the diagonal, 12 up and down. And then you start your whites on either side. And then when you get to here, with 1 block left on the way back, you should be at 22. But I have 23. So I'm just going to keep going. Oh yeah, so I have to show you how we're going to stop increasing. Okay, so to stop increasing, we have our last block here on the end. We're just going to chain and then we're going to slip stitch up here. So turn your piece so that it looks like this, and you're going back. Normally you'd have that 5 and then you would go back into here. So we're just going to do that. We're going to go, there's 2 holes here and then the chain. So we're going to go slip, slip, and then go into your chain, which is another slip. And then we get that nice 3 here, 2 chain, 1, 2, and your 3 double crochet. So now every time you hit the side, that's what you're going to do. Then in this row, we're going to have our last coloured block, and then we can cut that green yarn off. We're also not going to need to have 2 different balls of white, because we'll be able to go all the way back and forth with the 1 colour. So let's keep going. And you can see how this has made an edge that's going to start going that way, not getting bigger. one more white. Okay, here's our last green. So we just pull it so it's nice and tight. It's at the front, and I'm just going to grab it from behind. Pull the white tight. 2 chain, and the last 3 cluster of half double crochet. Now we don't need to reattach this white over here, depending. So the white on my right is this, and I think the other white is my bigger ball. So I am going to keep the bigger ball. So what we're going to do is snip off the cake, but give it a tail. There's the cake. We're going to snip off the green so we don't need it anymore. Give a nice big tail because we've got to weave that in. Boop. And we're going to keep this big ball of yarn. So if the bigger cake was on the bigger ball was on the other side, we could have snipped this one off. So this will be the last one that we need to sort of attach. Pull that tight, and then we continue on. And when we get to the other side, we're going to do that slip stitching and not the 5 chain. And you can see how that was the end of our square. That's the last one. Oh, or is it not? Yes, that's right. It was a little bit hard to tell because there's some white yarn in this variegated. But yeah, I think that's definitely our corner. And then on here, as we slip stitch, that's going to start going up now as well. So I'll meet you back when I've finished the block. So here we are with the finished block. It turned out a similar size to the other one, so I'm not too worried. But when I made my other blocks, I have made all of block B now. I made sure it was 12, 12, 12. And then you count up to 22, 22, 22. I mean here, 22, sorry, all together. 22 and 22 on the diagonal. So I'm pretty sure this one ended up 23 on one side. And then I finished it up just as we did in the last one with a row of green and a row of white with 3 stitches in one of these stitches and 2 in the next. 3, 2, 3, 2 all the way around, and then 3 in the corner. So that's it. We've finished all the block B. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe if you like what you see, and check out these other videos.